Hello guys, and welcome to RideVP, the Rideshare channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I want to tell you what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week when it comes to rideshare, how much money I plan to make, how many hours I'm going to work. I want to encourage you guys to do the same. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. So nice to have you guys. And to my regular viewers, man, it is so awesome to have you guys on my channel. As you noticed, I do pay attention. If you guys let me know your strategies, of course I apply them as well, and some of them are very good. Some of them I haven't even had the opportunity to try just because I don't have the right car for it. But recently somebody said, hey, why don't you give Lyft a try, right? And guess what? It's the third week now that I've been doing Lyft. Actually no, like, wow, it's the fourth week. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Looks like the month of March has been a Lyft March. I just can't believe how much time has passed. That is so crazy. But anyways, this is my fourth week when it comes to doing Lyft. So not quite four already, but the beginning of the week. So this is a video for Monday, just to let you guys know kind of like what is the plans for the Monday. So I'm planning to work at least every single day. I'm gonna try to do at least 12 hours a day, at least. Now if it's really slow, then of course I'm going to leave, but I plan to do minimal 70 hours this week. If things will go my way, it can go a little bit more. Normally what I like to do is I like to spice things up a little bit, and I'll do like Lyft, and when the timer runs out on Lyft, the 12-hour period, I'll go ahead and actually log into Uber, and I will just do that. 2 weeks ago, I was like, I put in 42 hours for for Uber, and like 43 for Lyft, and I made 2 times more on Lyft. And I'm like, okay, Uber, you're just not working out. So last week I did not work for Uber at all. I let them have a break, because each time I come within completing 2 more rides to get my quest, they make it to where I cannot complete the quest, and that is very disappointing. It is one thing when it happens once. It is totally another thing when it happens twice in that same week. Also guys, I want to let you know, to some of you guys that you're on my channel like regular here, and you mentioned that you're gonna try Lyft as well, and I was like, hey, please use my link, so I could get the reward, because Lyft gives you like $800 commission for inviting somebody over. Unlike Uber, it's only like $200. And I really appreciate 2 of you guys using our link. Thank you so much for that. Now it says that I have a reward pending. That would be very exciting. On that note, boy, I really could use it this week, this month, because first of all, I just replaced the tires in the BMW. Just did the whole 4 tires, right? And remember the Range Rover that I got? And remember the 2 bubbles that I had on the right side of the vehicle? Well, guess what? I was driving it yesterday, and luckily I made it home, parked the vehicle, and everything was well. And I come out today and I look, at my front right tire is flat, and I'm like, what is all that about? Then my son went outside and he decided to pump up the tire for me, and he says, oh, Dad, you got a sidewall damage on the rubber. So apparently the bubble has burst, and I don't know how that happened. Maybe just the fact that it had so much pressure, and the bubble was just building up, and it's no way to drive. That definitely not a safe tire. Good thing I was only taking a local, within like 10-mile range. I would have been okay. Plus I had the spare with me. But it looks like I'm probably gonna have to buy all 4 brand new 22-inch tires for the Range Rover. So that's gonna cost me an arm and a leg. So I'm like, oh man, I really appreciate you guys for clicking the links for the referral and signing up for Lyft. If you are not working for Lyft yet and want to give Lyft a try, consider using my link in the description below. It's not gonna cost you anything, but it's gonna like make me some profit. Plus, maybe, just maybe, the bonus is gonna be a little bit better when it comes to using the link. But if you do use my link, I'll tell you what, guys, if you want to talk personally to me and have me explain anything to you or whatever, you could just email me. If you want my email, let me know. So there's a couple ways of doing it. There's rideviptoday@gmail, just like it says in the channel, ridevip, same way, like ride with a Y, viptoday@gmail. That would be the email for this channel. So if you want to email me and drop me off anything there, like any kind of pictures, videos, or you want to write to me, that is a way to do it. And of course, if you use my link, let me know in the comment section. Of course, you could email me and let me know. And then if you want a person to talk to me and you want to ask me some questions about this whole business thing when it comes to rideshare, let me know. I will do my best to help you guys, because look, I know what we're all going through, guys. Recently, it's been a rough patch, especially when it comes to working for Uber. I'd say, like, a big supporter of Ubers ever since, I think, like June, July of last year. And of course, I didn't even have the channel back then. I started November the 1st, but I've been working for Uber like consistently since those months, because I first rented a Tesla for 2 months, like literally 2 months, the Model 3, before I even had the channel. And everything was great. I was making some good money. I didn't see any reason to switch back to Lyft. And you already know, 12 hours a day, it's already a long time. But with that being said, Uber's been kind of, how should I say, playing some games already for a while now. And I've been kind of dealing with it. I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, yeah, they're offering me some cheap rates, and yeah, I'll decline them as much as I can. I'll take a few of the bad ones, but with that being said, I figured, look, at least I complete the quest and I'll get the money from the quest. But now that they don't let me even get the quest, well, that's no fun. That is no fun, because for Lyft, I was able to complete the quest, and they're giving me like all this ride streak bonuses, and they're giving me like so many surge bonuses. And Uber is acting like they're not even surging in Charlotte, North Carolina. And you already know that's where most Uber drivers spend their time, is Charlotte downtown area. They're like all over there, probably like South End, you know, some of those other areas back there. And Lyft, they're usually like all over the place, and yeah, a lot of them is in Charlotte as well. But like, I look at it like on the map, Lyft map is surging for Charlotte area and all around it, and Uber is like meh, you know. And then when it does surge and I go to that area, and you guys already seen the videos, like literally the surge disappears, or they completely lie. They'll try some other tactic, like the surge did not disappear, but I'm in that area and it only says that I get, let's say, like a $1.50 bonus when it says $4 in the area. It's ridiculous like that. But Lyft, sometimes I'm looking at it, it says like $3 and I'm getting like $3.75, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool, that's fair. At least for now, Lyft has been doing something right. I don't know if there's new management or what, but apparently they're doing something right, or maybe they're just trying to get me back to work for them, you know. Either way, I'm gonna take full advantage of it. And on a final note, guys, as you all already know, we'll probably have an additional 2 weeks of busy time, so try to make as much money as possible. Please stay safe. I'm gonna try to work as much as possible when it comes to April. I can't believe March is already over. Like, wow. I'm gonna try to work all of the April as long as I could get paid really good, okay? With that being said, you might be wondering, did I meet my goal of saving money for my shop? Some of you guys may be aware that I was talking about very positive, like, you know, just hitting the road, just hitting it hard, just collecting money for the shop. And the answer is yes. I did save up, and I have like that money's separate. I don't even use that money. So when I talk about like sometimes like paying off some credit cards, that is some of the stuff that I either recent purchases, and I pay it off immediately. I don't wait till the end of the month. I pay it off immediately. And the only reason I even put on a credit card, just to have something going, you know, because your credit history revolving. But I do not hold any balances on credit cards or whatnot. And anything that I'm purchasing now, any kind of big purchases, I'm not using my shop money. I'm just working hard. I'm getting this money, and I pretend that I don't even have that other money. But I have like roughly $16,000 saved up for my shop. And of course, I would have had a lot more if I would have not bought some toys, as you already know. And then, of course, on top of that, we have some expenses when it comes to car maintenance stuff. Like literally, oh my gosh, like I want to sneeze like crazy. Like I guess this pollen is in the air. So recently, just changed the tires in this vehicle, right? Not to mention other maintenance, but I gotta do the struts and shocks. And I know I already said that before, but literally just what seems like yesterday, but it was probably like a few months ago. I had to change front brakes, and prior to that I had to change bearings, and prior to that I had to change rear brakes, and then I had to get rear tires, and it's just like ongoing. And the reason I'm saying that is because we constantly need to do maintenance on our cars, guys, and that's costing us a lot of money. So yeah, I am aware of all the miles that I'm putting in the car, and I'm aware of all of the maintenance that we have to do. That definitely is sort of like, you know, goes without saying, right? But when it comes up, right, the service comes up, thank God I'm able to pay it with my bank finances. Like I don't have to like put on a credit card and then start paying it off. Like even if I use a credit card, it's more like for safety reasons. Like I'll explain. You know, wealthy people are pretty smart, and they say like use credit cards, don't use your bank cards. The reason being is your bank card is a secure type of debt, secured by you pretty much. And if somebody hacks your debit card and starts swiping away, buying a bunch of gift cards or what have you, sometimes you can't get that money back because they'll have your PIN number and stuff. With a credit card, it's a little different. If somebody gets a hold of your credit card, let's say they steal it or you lose it and somebody shops on it, you could call up the bank and say, you know what, those are not my transactions, and they will refund you that money. It's unsecured debt. And you know, it's just a smart idea to use a credit card, like, or to have just like credit cards with you, like, versus a bank card. It's just a whole lot safer. But anyways, if you guys need any maintenance tips or whatever, I have other channels when it has to do with like car maintenance, car tips and stuff like that. You know, you could see kind of like some insights into what I'm doing, because I explain everything very thoroughly, because I understand somebody maybe have not done maintenance before, and when they get ready to do maintenance, they want to, you know, like listen closely and see if they could actually do it. You know, if I would complicate things, then somebody would say, well, no, I can't do that, I got to get this done at the shop. But without trying to overcomplicate things, BMWs are a little different. Even like the battery, you got to have like a computer to program it in. But you know, everything else like brakes and filters and everything, it's still good. Like you can still change that stuff, like oil. You don't have to have any special computers for that. It's still just basic routine maintenance. But anyways, guys, if you want to use a link for Lyft, it's going to be in the description, guys, and it's going to be in the comment section. Feel free to click the link, and you know, if you need any help when it comes to rideshare, let me know and I'll do my best to help you, because I've been doing pretty well, I'd say, for myself. Like I'm just doing Uber X or Lyft, like Lyft Economy. And the reason I say it like that is because I am not qualified to do anything more like I cannot do like luxury or comfort rides, because my car is a 2010. And even though it's a 2010 and it's not that fuel efficient, and it being a BMW and the maintenance is supposedly very expensive, I'm still able to service the car with getting paid from rideshare, so no complaints there. But lastly, what I do want to tell you guys, I did mention this before, but I'll mention this again because I still haven't done my taxes. So in case you haven't done your taxes, and you know, this is not like tax advice, but if this is your first time doing taxes when it comes to rideshare, make sure you just write off mileage on the vehicle. You cannot swap back and forth. 1 year writing off, let's say, all the maintenance costs with your car, and next year deciding to do mileage. When you start deducting mileage for a specific vehicle that you're using for your business, you need to stick with that same theme until the car changes, you know, because that right there, the mileage, takes into account all the depreciation of your vehicle, any kind of payments, any kind of service, any kind of car washes, anything to do with your vehicle. It takes that into account, and it gives you the best deduction possible. That is if you're driving all the time, like I'm driving all the time. Now, if somebody maybe is like not driving that much, but they're breaking down a lot, and you haven't started writing things down, maybe it's better to just write off, you know, your parts or your service or whatever. But I always done well when it comes to mileage, and here's why. If you look at how much we're getting paid per mile, a lot of times it's not even 65 cents a mile. I mean, we'll be lucky if we're getting $1 per mile for some of these rides. But let's pretend that we are getting $1 per mile. Currently, IRS allows you to write off like 60.5 cents per each mile driven for small cars, you know, light trucks or whatever, like light vans. So what this means is almost 40 cents per mile that you actually would be making if you actually make $1 per mile. Like 40% would be your profit, like 40 cents, or you could look at it like 40%. But in this case, it's like almost 40 cents. That's what your actual profit is. 60.5 cents, that is a loss. So if you think about it, you just erased most of your income. If you made 100,000, think about it. 60,000 of it just got deducted when it comes to mileage. That is very good because you could deduct out those miles. And in some cases, if you're working out of state, you could deduct per diem as well. Supposedly, I can deduct per diem because I work in Charlotte mainly, but I don't do it. I guess I can if I want to, because you're getting a daily allowance for lodging and food. But if my taxes would get like, they would be beating me up, I would probably go ahead and do that then. But right now, with the current deduction plus having a family of 5, I end up not having to pay any taxes when I do my taxes. So that is pretty good. It's kind of like almost like the IRS knows that the cost of living is like so much, and we have to constantly work, putting miles on mileages on the cars. And at the end of the year, you look at it and you're like, whoa, where did the money go? You know? So the only way to keep any of that money, hard-earned money that you've been making when it comes to Uber or Lyft from the driving job, is try to do as much maintenance yourself as possible. Try to buy used parts versus new, because you are doing it yourself. You're able to, like, if something's like bad, you could just swap it out. But try to make calculated decisions when it comes to that, because some used parts I would not install. Like, for instance, like a used water pump. Why would you do that, right? Used belt, used pulleys, I would not do that. But let's say maybe like some plastics that goes on the outside of your engine, or a new head. I mean, yeah, like if you're doing like some heavy maintenance, like a head or a transmission or whatever, maybe used is the way to go, you know. But anyways, by doing maintenance yourself, you'll save money. Keep your bills low, because I don't know what the heck is going on with the economy. This economy, it's not great for many people. I'm not feeling it at this moment, but we might feel it in a few months. I don't know what's happening, but there's a possibility of like a total crash. Possibility. I don't want to be doom and gloom here, but try to make sure you have your finances in order. Make sure you're not overpaying for stuff, and put some money aside as much as possible. Live like below your means, not at your means. I live way below my means, guys. And yeah, like I look at it sometimes and I'm thinking like, the only reason I actually have any money is because I'm not paying like mortgage. I'm not paying car payments. I'm just like, you know, shoot, a month goes by and it's like, you know, somebody will have to pay like $1,500 mortgage, maybe $1,000 car payment. That's like $2,500, and that's a lot. And for me, I get to put that money in my bank, or I get to buy whatever I need. You know, it's nice that I'm able to do that, but I wasn't like, nobody gave me that. You know, this is something it took doing. I took like regular jobs like this, bought me a home that's like run down, fixed it up myself, and now I live in it debt free. You know, so it's definitely possible for everybody, and this is why I'm commuting to work every hour. So somebody might say, well, in Charlotte there's no cheap places. Well, I'll agree. I did not get in Charlotte. I work in Charlotte, but I bought it 1 hour away. So you could buy a place 1 hour away from Charlotte, or some other city that you live in, major city. And when you have a very cheap place and you work in a place that pays you good money, that's a pretty good balance. You'll be able to have some freedom, make some money, and keep some of that money. But anyways, guys, hopefully I'm not rambling here. So nice to talk to you all. Take care of yourself, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck to you all. Bye-bye.